What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Train, as usual. Hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. And as you can see, we got my guys here, Kenny and Ira. What's good, boys? How y'all doing?
Doing good, doing blessed.
All right, that's a bet. That's a bet. Now, look, this is called Get a Bucket, right? And normally I do have the Gab trivias on deck. I'm gonna just speed past them. Because I wanted to talk with y'all boys about a couple NBA teams, right? And I'm gonna just do it like this. Let's go ahead and talk about the Atlantic Division real quick. But speaking of another bad organization, sorry 76ers fans. But the Knicks, this one's been hurting me and it's really been bothering me for a while. Is Thibs on the hot seat? Because I don't like him at all. He's not on the hot seat to you. He would be on the hot seat to me, my boy. Ira, why is he not on the hot seat to you?
He's not on the hot seat because the team has gotten better. They've gone deeper. Like the first year you had Julius Randle, they made the first round of playoff. Got bounced, went back. They said we ain't gonna make no adjustments. We just gonna run the same team back. They didn't make the playoffs because teams keyed in on Julius, locked Julius up, said make somebody else beat you, and nobody else could beat him. So then they get Jalen Brunson. Now you got somebody that can beat you. Jalen Brunson beat you, Julius Randle beat you. Even though Julius Randle still had a pretty rough playoffs once again. Jalen Brunson was still a force that they couldn't guard both. Like you saw that teams look, they put Bam on Julius, they put the dogs on Julius, but they didn't really put nobody on Jalen. Like Jimmy didn't guard Jalen for most of the series because of his ankle, of course. But bottom line is, it's two versus one. That's what it is. And Thibodeau has shown that in his ways that he's giving them success, and I don't think the Knicks can find anybody worthwhile replacing him with anyway if they were to go in that direction and fire him.
Interesting. Kenny, how do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I mean, if we just look at it, right? Like me and my boy, we went to Madison Square Garden this season, no flex, but it was like, who's on the Knicks? They got a bunch of B players. They ain't got no A players. So how you gonna be mad at them? You know what I mean? Like
Well,
outside of being in Madison Square Garden, who are you really paying crazy money to go see? You paying them because they the Knicks. You know what I mean? And so the fact that a couple years ago they got to the second round with Julius Randle coming off that contract, that's a win. And then we realized Julius Randle's not a superstar. Not even necessarily a star. He's just a really good player. You know what I mean? Even off the field. Or off the field, excuse me, off the court. And Jalen Brunson, like, he played better than what we expected too. And you got into the second round. And who did they lose to? They lost to the Eastern Conference champions. You know what I mean? So how are we gonna fire him off that? It ain't making sense to me. Make it make sense to me.
I mean, so like I don't like Tibbs from this standpoint. I understand what y'all saying about, the roster might not be the best in terms of talent wise, but you still have a competent team. And I think Jalen Brunson's a big addition to that squad. And I think that actually helps Tibbs. But realistically, I didn't see Tibbs make enough changes the way I thought you should. You were struggling as a team shooting wise, and you had someone on your bench that could actually shoot the ball and help you out, personally, Evan Fournier. Really? Let's not do that. Let's not act like Evan Fournier can't shoot the ball. He got a good Tracy package in his repertoire. Let's not do that.
The brother's a traffic cone on defense. Tom Thibodeau has been consistent over his entire career over one thing. If you can't play defense, you will not touch that floor.
But why did he lose? Why did he lose though? Because their team couldn't shoot that three ball the way they needed to. They couldn't score the way they needed to. And you had players like Evan Fournier and Derrick Rose.
Damn.
Oh, see, every time he say something crazy, that's what happens.
That's what I be saying, man. Maybe the Wi-Fi trying to tell him something, man. The Wi-Fi trying to tell him something.
I'm trying to tell y'all boys, Thibs is not
fighting hard, fighting back,
and it's to the point where can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you.
Okay, man. And it's to the point where I even have a New York fan that's like, I'm not the biggest on Thibs too. So like, if I say he's on the hot seat, and I understand that this team is competent enough to get to the second round in the playoffs, and with a little bit of tweaks, we might be able to get to the finals. Like we might be able to with the right with the right person. Because you're telling me a star wouldn't want to play with Jalen Brunson, who has shown he can help lead you to at least a conference finals. You got Julius Randle, decent player. If you put him as a third option, you mean tell me that deep New York Knicks team can't get to the chip? Where
So why would you take Thibs out then if you're saying they need another player to get to that level?
because for me, I don't think Thibs is going to bring the confidence that someone would want to go play with him. Respectfully, like all right, cool. We had D Rose, who was drafted by the Bulls, played with Thibs, great. Outside of that, I can't see another like star player wanting to come play with Thibs. Like he doesn't draw that appeal to me.
Can I stop you real quick? You do know when D Rose got back with him in Minnesota, he had that 50-point game right after all the ACL and meniscus tears. So that should tell you alone that he inspires confidence in players.
You mean the redemption where he's trying to get back and show himself? Got you.
Either way, he inspires confidence in his players. And first off, your first mistake listening to a Knicks fan. What does a Knicks fan know about winning? They haven't never seen winning. They don't even know what it is.
He has.
They don't know what it is.
I'm talking about
They
the
don't know what it takes to winning. They don't know anything about winning remotely. So that's step wrong. They just going with the flow at this point. Whatever happens, happens. Jalen Brunson came into New York as a backup point guard. They paid a backup point guard $120 million. You know that, right? Like that's what they paid. And you telling me that Tom Thibodeau didn't inspire any confidence Jalen Brunson to be like, hey, yo, go get 24 a game. You telling me that we all expected Jalen Brunson to go out there and get 24 a game last year. Did not happen. Even with RJ Barrett with his inconsistency.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. What he showed on the on the Mavs, it wasn't
absolutely not.
It wasn't overly surprising. This man was hooping on that team. Like
24 games.
That was a week, bro. That was like a week of hooping.
Thank you. 24 games.
I'm talking about the whole year. The playoffs just highlighted him. I like Brunson. I like Brunson last year. It wasn't just the playoffs.
But you did not think Brunson was going to get that bag, right?
No, absolutely.
Why wouldn't he get after the playoffs?
Bro, he had one game, and that was in the Jazz game when he had 38. Then Sun series, he
had one game, Ira.
The Jazz series was the series that got him paid. The Sun series, he was not the force that he was in the Jazz series.
Do you think the Mavs would have let him go if they thought he was going to be this nice?
I think the Mavs are dumb as hell.
There it is, right there. You think Mark Cuban?
I think the Mavs are dumb as hell.
Why would Mark Cuban pay a backup point guard $120 million?
Because he's not a backup point guard.
Where are you gonna start him on the Mavericks? How would he start?
That's the starting position. What are we talking about right now?
How? Luka's the point guard. Where are you gonna put him at the 2 guard?
Is he? That's crazy. So real quick, on the Mavs, why did he start?
He never started for the Mavs. What do you mean?
Jalen Brunson never started for the Mavericks.
Probably a few times.
Okay, hold on. Because see, I love when folks try to say stuff and you can bring up a little evidence. Because I definitely watched this brother. So you don't have to look at your phone, brother. I'm about to pull up the stats real quick. You see this right here? It says games. 79. 61 games he started. That's a lot of the season there, Ira. But you're acting like he can't start. Also, my fault. How many points did he give that season to? My bad. What was it? So he gave 16, 5. That ain't bad at all. And let's look what he did in playoffs. 22. Like, respectfully, if he did that in the playoffs, like normally when we say if people increase their production from the regular season to the playoffs, you got to give them credit. And that brother definitely did that. So I can't say it's surprising that now he has more green light that he can get 24 a game and be looked at as a leader, because he was also looked at as a leader on that.
You better hope Jalen Brunson come out with the 24 a game again. He come out, he gets 17 a game. You'll take on.
But like, what happens on this season? Yeah, he should be able to get 20 plus in the season. Like, come on now.
All right. I just want to put an FYI out there that
I got you.
That part of the reason that he probably got 25 a game is nobody in the NBA knew Jalen Brunson was capable of this. Now that they have a somewhat of an idea that he is, there's going to be a lot more game plan, night-to-night basis on Jalen Brunson for sure. So if he can survive the incoming game plans that he will receive, we'll see how well he fares.
Well, look, I'm so happy that you said that, Ira. I really am. But now, fellas, I greatly appreciate this. We went a little bit over the time. We had some technical difficulties. But I think overall it was a good conversation. Did y'all have anything you wanted to say before we close up shop?
Let's not talk about the losers next time. Let's just keep.
Bro, Paolo is not a loser, okay? Like I talked about specific players, not the whole team. Because we went over the teams, we would not have gotten past.
I ain't gonna lie, Detroit. That should never happen again.
Ever.
What?
If you get up here,
Same with Indiana. Like
if you get up here and we start talking about the Spurs,
We can't give no love. I'm trying to give love to all the teams.
Son, if we
I
got
don't love Indy like
if we
that.
gotta talk about the Spurs or the Rockets next, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start the walk away. Like what we gonna say? Win. That's the only expectation we got.
But it's not for those teams though. So again, the idea is literally just to say what,
Right.
like you know what I'm saying? Like it's for specific players, but we're also gonna talk about other players when we talk about that specific player. So for example, when we're talking about who do we talk about for the Embiid trade, we mentioned Harden, we mentioned a couple other players. Like so that was the whole premise behind it, just talking about like players. Because I agree, if we're talking about Detroit, best case, I see them as like a play-in team right now.
Oh, Lord, scared me again. I don't know what you was about to say.
What play-in
I was
teams
about
not
to say-
fair?
thought he was about to say top 6 for a second. I was about to walk away. He was like, "Oh Lord."
Oh my gosh, I'm still upset y'all don't believe Dame can't win no championship on that Raptors squad. That's wild. Gary off the bench.
You send that in the group chat right now.
I got you. But now, fellas, like I said, I greatly appreciate this. And so we will definitely have y'all back on again. I'll take into consideration what you said, so I'll try to mix it up a little bit. Maybe I won't do the East or the West. I'll just do 15 teams since y'all want to be divas about it. So we'll see how.
Talk about the Pistons, man.
Everybody gotta get love, bro. Like, come on now, you gotta rock with them Pistons, man. You gotta rock with them Pistons.
If the Lakers suck, I would expect nobody to ever talk about them.
We did suck, and I expected people to talk about us. No, but ladies and gentlemen, hope you all have a good one. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show. Also, if you ever need of an agent, you can go talk to my man Kenny right here. He's one of the best agents in the game right here. If you ever want to watch some takes that you might not like, Ira has you covered on You Not Gonna Like This. So I just want to give a little plugs right there for my boys. But like I said, hope you all enjoy this one. Take care.
Appreciate y'all.
Shout out Brooklyn.
All right, that's a bet.
Oh, I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I gotta go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, kid.